Well, as farm operations consolidate and grow larger, a majority of farmers are renting as much or more land than they own. Traditional lenders now look to real estate property as collateral for operating loans. And joining us now to review the changing ownership model of modern production is Farm Op Capital CEO Bill York. Bill, thanks for sitting down with us today.
Good morning. Glad to be here.
So tell us a little bit about Farm Op Capital. How did this concept come about?
Yeah, Farm Op Capital was put together to address the needs of a growing segment of farm operators, crop operators in the middle central of the U.S. What is occurring over time, and I've been involved with ag lending for more than I care to admit, 40 years, the evolution of the growth of more land being rented than owned. You're seeing the dissociation of land ownership from land operations. A couple drivers for that. Operating efficiency of the farm requires more land to operate to get those efficiencies, and then you're seeing the ownership structure of the farm changing, whether that's third parties buying land, but in many cases it's the traditional landowner that wants to retain that legacy within their families. So the challenge that occurs is traditional lending tends to be based on a operating loan balanced against a hard asset, typically real estate. So today's operators that own significantly less land and rent a lot of land don't have that collateral of hard real estate. So they're looking for a lender that understands their operations, focuses on their ability to produce the crop, their risk management strategies, instead of hard collateral.
Now, I understand that you guys consider yourselves production-based lenders. How does that differ exactly?
Yeah, we're looking at the farmer's ability to produce a crop. We're going to look at their P&L, their profitability, and then we're going to look at their risk mitigant strategy. Obviously, crop insurance is a key part of that risk mitigation strategy, but another important part that we look at very closely is their marketing strategy. As we look at farm operations historically, marketing tends to be one of the areas that they have the biggest difference of performance. So we're looking at a structured loan product that looks at their profitability, their projected profitability, their crop insurance, and their marketing plan. We're not a crop insurance company, we're not a marketing company, but we understand the importance of having that in your business plan.
Simplify this if you would. As a farmer, how does this benefit me than going the other routes that are available for lending?
Yeah, what our loans are going to focus on the need to get adequate capital to optimize your operation. So we believe it's important to get a credit decision early, be able to purchase your inputs efficiently and early so you can have the lowest cost. We believe it's important for you to have a crop insurance plan that meets your operating plan, and absolutely critical that you have that crop marketed appropriately. So we're putting together a structured loan product, many of the things that a farmer is doing, but we're giving them, quote unquote, credit for them to operate in that manner.
So who is your ideal candidate?
Our ideal candidate tends to be a farmer that rents more land than they own, but we also fit very well with lender or operators that may be transitioning, bringing another generation on. We work well there, and there may be some operators that had a misstep in terms of their operation in the past, and their working capital is somewhat depleted, and we will work with them to structure a product that makes sense going forward. We're looking at their operators that are viable long-term. We're not looking at a Band-Aid to get them to the next year.
So are you still taking applications for 2020? And if so, how could folks go about this?
Absolutely. We're very busy now, and yes, we're taking applications, and they can look us up at farmop.com, and we will respond.
Now, I will note that it's a Farm Op Capital in my script here, but is it farm-op, or how do you spell that as far as going online?
Farm Op,
Farm
one
Op.
word.
One word.
Yeah.
That's nice and simple. We like that. Well, thanks for sitting down with us. We certainly appreciate it, taking the time. Well, again, talking with CEO Bill York. He's with Farm Op Capital, joining us here in studio this morning.
Thank you.